is what's going on. Avalon here, and welcome back to Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we had nearly completed all the quests, but we did decide that we were going to go down into the depths, or at the very least that was the plan before I wrapped up stream, obviously. For this stream, what we're going to be doing is we are obviously going to be going into the depths, rather the crevice that is supposedly got a siren song going on. I'm curious what that is, so I'm going to check it out. Beyond that, I guess we just go over to the other area where the guy who's in the library is hanging around, get his stuff done, and hopefully get all the rest of the other side quests done so we can actually legitimately go towards the library and get that stuff done. But I digress. Without further ado, let's just get into things and see what happens. Alrighty. So as you know, we're already getting pretty strong. I don't think we're gonna find much shrines, to be quite honest, but that's the concern for future me. For now, let's just go down. Let's go see what's in the shrine, or what's down here, if anything. Hello, hello. Oh. Oh, hello.
Who goes there? Are you here for the song? Always, always the song. Only the song. But the song is running out, you know. With every little note, there's less and less. And then what will be left? Silence. Sweet and blessed and empty. Just like Mo.
Who are you?
Why, I am the song. Don't you know me? Don't you crave me? Everyone does up there. It's why I'm here. And they listen. And listen and listen and listen. They love my sorrow. Love it enough to drown in it.
What happened to you?
They trapped me. Like when a melody gets trapped in your head. It can't do anything but rattle helplessly inside the bones of your skull, and then slowly, slowly fade into nothingness. I once had a strong tail, shimmering scales, but none of it mattered. They cared only for my voice.
What does Mo have to do with this?
Mo cast a net. Mo bound me. He wasn't satisfied with just listening to the song. He needed to own it. And now he owns nothing. He is hollow. A vessel for the song. Just like me. You know him now, but he won't know you tomorrow. Or the next day. Whenever he comes to listen. I am so hungry. The scraps of his mind aren't even tasty, you know. But they're all I get.
Mo trapped you here to sing for him.
For him, for the others. Sing, sing, sing. Always sing. Songs of sorrow. Songs of rage. Yet they didn't care. They gorged themselves on those songs all the same, until nothing was left but what I gave them. And when they could consume no more, they began consuming themselves. They too have faded away. Except Mo. But he will get there. We both will.
Are you saying that you're eating Mo's memories?
He doesn't give me anything else. I'd rather have an arm, thank you very much. Or a juicy, tasty leg. But no. A song doesn't get to eat. Only to harvest what it can reach. His mind is mine. It has been ever since he gave himself to the song completely. The memories are not much. Barely enough to keep me from fading away. I coil them into a tiny shimmering ball inside me, and slowly suck the life from them. But they're still there, tingling a little. They will fade with me when the time comes.
If I gave you something more substantial, would you be able to leave this place?
Not as long as Mo and I are intertwined. I have his mind. He has my everything. He's followed the song, and it moves within him. It is his thieving flesh I need. No one else's.
I mean, if you look at her, the evidence is pretty clear. I'm gonna go with killing Mo for this one. I'll kill Mo for you and bring in his flesh.
Oh, how sweetly you sing to me. You are the sweetest dream that's come to me. I can see that now. Please, never end, my sweet. I haven't dreamt of freedom for so long. I thought I'd forgotten the melody of it.
Just a matter of getting up there. I don't think she is entirely a bad person. It's just the circumstances brought her to this mess. And naturally, when that usually comes to be, well, somebody caused it. Cause and effect, if you will. And with this character, I've always been the type to follow the opposing side first before I jump to focusing on the person who I'm helping. That's just how I work, I guess. Okay, but I digress. We just have to get up past the siren and up to the surface. Which isn't inherently an issue. But I suppose I can ask the guy some questions to see if he remembers. Because at the very least, we can confirm whether he actually did that or not. Who knows?
Oh, you again. Come to listen to an old fool's babble.
Your voice from the rift is Morgan, the one you trapped there.
Me? I haven't trapped anyone in the rift. I wouldn't. I love that voice. I can't believe I could ever make it suffer. If there really is a Morgan in there, we should help her, shouldn't we? We can't just let her waste away.
To free her, you'd have to die.
Die? But I don't want to die. I like it here. I am sorry, but I don't even know her. Even if what you're saying is true, and I really was the one to trap her, I don't remember doing it.
Just because you don't remember something doesn't mean it didn't happen.
No, please, no.
Well, he struck first, so be it. Well, whether it's being the song influence, I don't know, but we'll see. Worst case, if she is a liar, then we can just beat her up then. But I don't think that would be the case, going by the evidence of her tale. I mean, look at the injuries, right? Yeah, the injuries are pretty evident. Here, Mo's leg. Enjoy.
It smells so heady, so amazing. Please don't look. Don't look!
Alright.
I feel like more flesh brings back flesh. Bone brings back bone. I'd forgotten how it felt not to be empty, not to gnaw on myself. Thank you, little dream. Thank you for not letting me fade.
What will you do now?
I will leave this place. Then I will swim and swim and swim. Then I will hunt, or I will look for my sisters and pray never to wake up.
Well, don't make me regret this.
Regret is life's most common flavor. I don't know you, little dream. I don't know what makes your flesh taste bitter. But I will think of you often. Perhaps that will be enough. I don't have much. I barely have myself back. But take this, please. I once wore it with pride. It's a bit tarnished now, but well, so am I. Farewell, little dream. Perhaps we will see each other again.
Perhaps, perhaps. But the voice from the rift has been settled. And our job is done. That was a simple quest. Just take out a guy and go from there. And what did we get? We obviously got the reef-bound bone plate and the kelp water garb. Don't need the rust longsword. We keep that, but we did get the Ring of Ruin. Increases damage by additional 10% if the enemy is under the influence of frailty. Nice. So if you're running a frailty build, that might be to your interest. Not that we do so, but hey, it is there if you guys are interested in it. Now, if we can find a way to increase the stacking of status ailments, we can make our build even stronger. But I don't think that's going to be an easy thing to do. But that's fine. We've done the most that we can here, I do believe. So now all it comes down to is the Wandering Miracle. Ow. Wait for the steam to fade. So supposedly, the marker says somewhere here. Or at least somewhere in this vicinity. Give me a second. Let's see. The Wandering Miracle. I'm gonna do a quick Google search to see if I can't find it. Okay, let's see. Okay, so apparently they are very fast, is the overlying issue. Very fast and hard to catch, no less. Well, once I know what I'm looking for, it won't be that big an issue, but yeah. Guess we won't find it here at the very least. Let's try and go over to the Sanctuary of Saurus. Maybe we can find it here or there. Ah, there you are. Got it. Okay, so yeah, no, the floatlings are around, they're just rare to find. Now I know what to look for. Yeah, they basically look like floatlings, they're just red in nature. So if that's the case, they're going to be very easy to find. And there does appear to be only one in each location, so as long as I'm aware of where they are, then we're fine. So I just have to go back to the other area and look for the all-encompassing red movement of a fledgling. Oh, 1 second. I just gotta do something, so I'll be right back real quickly. Alright, see. I am back. Let's get back into things. Ready. So we're looking for a red fledgling. If we do that, we can basically get what we're doing. Oh, hey, we got level up. Nice. Might as well take the chance to get that level up then. Our level ups are getting slower, though. That is something worth noting, but it could be way worse, to be fair. Let's focus on getting more endurance. The more endurance, the more encumbrance limits. The more encumbrance limit, the more we can do. Skill tree-wise, let's see. I believe stamina was one thing we needed. Is what I would say, but I don't think we actually need it anymore. Don't really need movement or attack speed right now. Perception was another thing that we leveled up. Critical hits increase movement speed. We don't need that. Armor. Statuses. If an enemy has an active negative status, applying another is 50% or 25% faster. Because we have Frost that needs time to build up, we actually do want to use Rising Surge. Debuff Steel, 25% more damage. This is going to be very good in the future, so we should definitely get that invested. But obviously we want to progress on getting Rising Scourge. The faster we get the, not the bleed off, but necessarily the frost, the more damage we're going to deal. So better to get that done really quickly, so that way we can process even more damage on top of the damage we're doing. Which, in its own right, is already ridiculous as we are doing it right now. But necessary. Okay, let's see if we can't find that, red boy. Question is, where would it be? Right? Okay. I feel like it's up above us. Could be wrong, though. But in order to get up there, we're going to have to go here. Just manage this. Okay, hop up. Nearly. Okay, so we can get up to here. But how are we going to get up there? Just barely made it. Nice. Okay, grab everything here. Ah, this might be it. Nope. Just a few whale caps here. Low fall and dousing arrows. Okay. Ah, there it is. Good day to you. That is another red floatling taken from existence. Recipes for the curious. Reader, if you're holding this volume, you surely already read the first part of my work called The Power of Simplicity. If not, hurry and catch up. Without the basics, you won't be able to move forward. The recipes here might seem far too complex. But if you already completed the first lesson, then it's time to pick up the pace and embark on true culinary adventure. We get the Deep Sea Tangle recipe. Let's hop over to here. We get a treasure chest, the Burial at Sea. Cool. And then, of course, we got some bones here that lead us across the edge here. Nothing too special from the looks of it. Yeah. Nearly fell completely off there. That would have been hilarious to die there. But, yeah, no, we've gotten 2 of the 4 fish, which is good. And once we're done with collecting those fish, we're basically good. And we can probably start making our way back to the, well, everything else. Alrighty. Right, where was I? Yes, we need to go not only to here, the Wandering Miracle, but we also need to go down here. Not just because of the Wandering Miracle, but because Grace Beast's souvenir is there. So in the meantime, what we can do is we can do Message in a Bottle to cure that. And we'll go from there. I'm not sure how many bottles we can find in this place. I'm assuming 3 at minimum is the golden number. I could be wrong, though, but that's fine. If it's wrong, so be it. We'll do a quick sell stop while we're here.
Ah, I'm sure.
Hello, once again. Alrighty, sell the coral arrows. There we go. Got a lot of special items here. We only need 1 abyssal trident, so we'll sell the rest. Winter and Wane is another thing we can just sell 1 of. There we go. We got 2 surge stoppers, so we'll sell 1. 2 duelist blades. They are one-handed, so I'm fine with keeping 2. We've got 2 keel gnaws. Gear-wise, beyond that, everything is in 2s on spells at least, so that's good. We'll sell the mundane stuff. I'm torn between wearing the max health boost or the max health percent boost. This 10% is pretty big, all things considering. There is also the helm, but I think the damage is arguably better. Let's see. Max health by 10, max stamina by 10%.
Yeah.
What is 50% of 500? Well, 10%. That'd be 0.1, so it's only 50 HP. So unless the percentage increases per level, I don't see that as a good reason to use that as a tool. So if I were to upgrade the breastplate here, it does increase based on the percentage. So this could get ridiculously strong in due time, whereas the other armor doesn't have a scaling factor. So, long run, Blackwater Curious does have the potential to outscale, but in another way, you get 1 HP per scaling of the other armor. So it scales based on level. So it's a choice between scaling based off of armor or level. And considering the Blackwater Curious increases health and stamina by 1%, even if we just get it to, say, plus 10, that's a 20% increase, which in turn would be 100 HP, technically, if I were to go off of 500 HP. If I were to go into my inventory, or rather my character, go to attributes, currently got 706 HP. If I take off the armor, yeah, let's take it off temporarily. What's our current HP then? So without it, it's 541. That's not including the relics that increase HP. So if we were to take that into account, that's 7 and 4%. So that would be an additional, let's say 10%. So right off the bat, 541 times 0.2, I guess. That'd be 108 HP, so it would be slightly better if I were to wear the other armor, actually. Which is kind of surprising, but... let's, go do that. Why not? I kind of want to do that, so let's, unequip this. And equip the seals of HP. There we go. Is there anything else? I don't think there is anything else, but it never hurts to check what we've got available. Yeah, there's no reason to change it. Let's upgrade now. We've got quite a bit of funding to do this. Oh, it doesn't increase that far. Okay, so it only increases by, okay, so it increases by a 0.5% increment. Okay. So it's not that good, but it's still decent. Because currently, right now, we have, so with this, it would have given me 83 HP. This would have given me way more. So I'm assuming... so comparatively, this will give more than this one, because this is giving... yeah, this with the relics would give us 700. Whereas this, if we were to wear it, and check character... oh. Interesting. But if I wear this, even without it... yeah, no, the HP is what's doing it. It's actually multiplying the boosted HP as well. I have to keep that in mind. Damn. Okay, so yeah, no, that armor that we've currently got is actually better. So Blackwater Curious is the winner. That does mean that we've wasted a little bit of money, but it could be worse, to be fair. Before we go any farther, let's stow some items. Increases damage by additional 50 if the enemy is wet. Interesting. Siege Bow. Increase max stamina by 20, increase stamina regen by 25, decrease movement speed multiplier. Attacks have 5% chance to fly it slow. Nope. Break the armor effect. Increase crit chance against a target by 50%. Not as good. Burial at Sea, though, is quite wild. But I think the Siege Bow wins out, even though it makes you slower. Yeah, Siege Bow wins out. Let's put this away, put this away, this away. Alright. Oh, Feral Charm +3. Interesting. Okay, let's go see what we can do with our relics here real quick. Weapon-wise, here we go. Ah, I see. The Feral Charm +5 is what we got, and critical hits restore 50% of stamina with our shield thing. That was worth mentioning. We do have the Siege Bow, which is kind of just there. Melee damage, health boosts, dash regen, health boosts, more health boost, and more HP. I guess technically we could get away with reducing the dash cooldown for HP. Let's see. Let's go with that. That's going to increase our HP by an additional 10 points. And if we assume we lose the idea of using max stamina, we should probably... We should probably get more HP, shouldn't we? I guess there is also the option of getting more mana, because if we get more mana, technically, we can actually bolster our... we can also bolster our HP a slight bit, which would in turn increase our amount of HP that we can multiply. So in a way, this Sea Witch Stone could be useful. I will save it for now, but we'll use the Blood Tainted Shell for now, because that holds more value to me. Quickly go through the alchemy station. Got some kelp brews. Let's go with the sea legs. That's just a way to go. We'll make sound as a bell. And we'll make some of these. Alright, let's sell some of the things that we don't need here. Probably unnecessary that we're doing all this, but yeah, might as well, right? Okay. Let's go by price. We don't have much in the way of kelp decoctions, so we'll just sell those. We've got better healing anyways. I'll sell the 30 and the 32. Because we do have a 31%er. So that's basically on par to a aromatic remedy, which goes pretty hard. Head above water here is pretty shoddy work here, so we'll sell that. Let's keep the slow fall potions +4. Alright, full sale 5, 6, and 7. We want to keep these 6 and 7s, ideally.
Yeah.
Alright, now, before I do continue, I am curious, practicality. Crafting and trading, let's see. Hmm. Okay. So you can't really increase the quality, is what I'm seeing here. It's kind of unfortunate, but you can reduce the amount of things you spend on them, so I think optimization methods might be ideal here, as well as getting imbibed by the alchemist, because potions lasting twice as long goes really hard for certain things. And considering the quality that we're running them at, it's not bad. But I digress. Let's go. Speaking of, actually, let's go into our inventory here. We shall set up the cheese balls of doom for our recipes, or rather, healing items, if you will. Hello.
Ah, it's you. A fine...
I've got another bottle.
We'll see if it holds anything of value. Well, whatever's inside.
Here's another bottle.
It's in remarkable condition.
And one more.
Wonderful. Thank you. Yes. Make yourself...
Alright, let's see. What do you got here? We need to read this, so we'll grab that with, you know, with what we got here. Frailty arrows, dowsing arrows, none of which I need.
Farewell.
This is going to give us the recipe for frailty arrows, which is good. And from there, we go down over to deal with the Wandering Miracle again. Let's go secure that Wandering Miracle. Here we go. Here we go. In here. Hey. Done is done. See. Here you go. Get your war face on, bud. Alrighty. And I guess we're going down. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. But again, we haven't found that fish boy yet. Okay. I guess we go over here. We managed to luck out by taking him out while we were dealing with these guys, so there you go. But I think that is another concern. Well, we've got another concern anyways, so let's go deal with the Great Beast souvenir. The Great Beast's Bastard, whatever that is. Seems like blocking is fully reasonable in that instance. Alright, let's go in. The lair. Seems there was more to this place than I thought. I believe we've already went through this area once, so unless the items have regenerated, I don't think we'll get anything special from here. Most we'll get is things from the Finbloods, which do give us driftwood spears, I suppose, so the money from that is going to carry us quite a bit. There we go. Anything here? No, I've looted it all, so yeah. Items here probably won't be respawning anytime soon. There we go. Yeah, these guys stand no chance. But hey, we've gotten to the area pretty quickly, so that's nice. I had a feeling this place was important somehow. The lure had worked. The beast faster. Okay, I guess you're doing that. Perish. The head of the Scion of the Depths increases crit damage by 60%. That is powerful. Hold on. So, comparatively, we get physical damage by 3% per endurance point, versus this, which just increases crit damage by 60%. That's insane. Now, mind you, the Crystal Walker helmet does house more potential, but damn if this isn't good. Hold on. I need to do some calculation here. We've currently got a... what? We've currently got a endurance of 35, so 35 times 3. That is 105. versus a 60% crit damage increase. Which is pretty ridiculous in its own right. Not sure how to feel about that. That's pretty decent, all things considering. If I were going a crit build, and I just needed to do range damage, that might have been like a good choice. Oh.
You look weird. Mummy let you out. Mummy never lets anyone out. Was it because of how weird you look?
Hey, I don't look weird.
You do. The weirdest.
Mommy, you mean the scion in there?
It's Mummy.
How is that possible?
Mummy took me from the Oak. The place with all the eggs. There were lots of others like me and other mummies. But she didn't like it there. So she took me. And now we're here.
Do you know why she took you?
Because she's my mummy. Why wouldn't she take me?
And she didn't just eat you.
Nah. Once we got out of the egg place, she had better things to eat.
I was only visiting your mommy. She's sleeping now. So don't disturb her.
Oh, Mummy never had visitors. You must be very special. Are you my daddy?
What?
Mr. Apps told us our daddy is very big and strong and rules the seas. He said that if we grow strong and listen to what he says, we can leave the egg place. And when we leave, we might even meet Daddy. I left. And you look strong. And pretty big. Is ruling the sea very hard?
I'm not your daddy. You came from the Lord of the Seas.
Oh, I see. Guess I'll meet him another time. I hope Mummy wakes up soon. I don't like waiting.
Oh, God. Alright. Well, that settles that. I know what I need to do. The people of this place are weird. I don't know. It's hard to say, because on one end, I can understand that the Ulcerate is very much where they're meant to be growing up, but damn. I guess this is similar to the situation where, yeah, this is similar to the situation where that guy tried to steal an egg, wasn't it? Because of him stealing the egg, which is not allowed, he is effectively ruining the situation. So in hindsight, if you really think about it, she is still guilty of that, which, yeah, not fun. This is a weird situation, to say the least, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. Alright. Alright, let's go talk with her. Save. Alright, let's go have a word.
Come.
I have new knowledge for you. We alight fires to keep ourselves warm and push back the darkness.
Oh, how strange. How delightful. Thank you for your knowledge, Toplander. I need to put it away. See that it sits neatly. Come back later, when I have room for more.
I have your trophy.
Ah, so big, so ugly, so beautiful.
I should mount it. Yes, where everyone can see. No more.
Balls is stupid, balls is weak. They will look.
And they will tremble. Here's your reward, Toplander. This is yours, but the glory. The glory is ours.
Did you know that the individual had a child? The little Findlet, just like you.
The scions have no children. A child is weak. And what is weak is eaten. I know, I've seen it. And Finbleds are the weakest. We are food to them, not brood.
But he wasn't eaten. Do you have any idea why?
How should I know? Us and the scions are of the same father. But we are not like them. I don't know what goes through their heads. If anything does.
Don't you find it interesting?
It is a curiosity, yes. But Saras is full of curiosities. Not all of them are worth my notice. There are many Finbleds in the sea, and there will be many more.
I think you should take care of him.
Me? Why me? I have a business to run. Knowledge to gather. What use do I have for a child?
Well, you're the reason his mother is dead. You should take responsibility.
I didn't kill her. You did. Oh, but I wanted the trophy so badly. Stupid, stupid boss. The sea gives, the sea takes away, and then it gives something else. Such is the cycle. Always has been, always will be. Fine, I'll take the child in. Oh, and I guess I'll have to hide the trophy. Stupid, stupid balls.
Yeah.
Show me yours.
Alright, let's see what you got for sale. Nothing really important from the looks of it. Kind of figured as such.
Don't drift too far.
Seems like Arthur's got some things to say. Alright, let's have a word with him. What's up, Arthur? What do you think of Tumbo and his people?
As different as they are, there's a great deal of humanity in them, although some of it ugly. Pettiness, selfishness, arrogance. And yet it's more peaceful than anything I've seen on Avalon or in the homelands. They're bound by a single purpose, one that unites them as much as it divides them. A community built around one goal. I find that admirable.
Too bad it's built on a lie.
There are times when lies are necessary, but you're right. They make a foundation that crumbles too easily. I wonder what would happen if the people here learned the truth. I'm afraid it would break them in ways that couldn't be mended.
Perhaps they'd learn to value knowledge for its own sake.
Your faith in people is admirable, my friend, if a tad naive. And yet I wish what you're saying could be true. I'm tired of looking at ruins. We have to hope something better can be built on them.
Seems like he's starting to realize, hey, maybe something just Maybe the lies need to stop. I hope that's what he's coming to the conclusion of. But I digress. Let's go deal with the dream and have a word with him. Or with her, I guess. Them?
Oh, I was just thinking about you.
Yeah? Are you ready to show me your collection?
Oh, of course. This one's quite easy. But I'd still like to be sure. I got it from Boz, who got it from Undira, who found it with one of the Kelpies. So strange, the whole story. But I'm fairly certain it's just a piece of jewelry. The shape is so pretty. Probably lost by some poor toplander, abducted by a Kelpie.
That's a horseshoe, actually. We put them on horses' hooves.
Horses? What are horses?
They're big creatures we ride on to travel. They look a bit like kelpies.
Right. And these horseshoes, what are they for?
Well, think of it like a shoe for the horse.
A shoe? And what's a shoe? It's just one unknown after another. You know what? Let's just leave it. I don't think I want to know anything more about the surface. Just, please, leave me be.
Well, hey, you're the one who wants to know.
Come back.
Well, I mean, I've told her, like, the closest thing to the truth as much as I possibly can. I didn't sugarcoat it, but I tried to ease her into it at the very least as well. So, there you go.
What is it, Toplander?
Can you tell me more about Tumbo?
It's a peaceful village, though not without its share of problems. They all share one ambition, but it often gives rise to competitiveness instead of cooperation. It saddens me to see. I had thought a common goal would be unifying, but instead it became currency.
You speak as if you're not part of the village. Why?
I hadn't noticed that, but you're right. I belong to the Archive, and the Archive are what they crave. It is not a desire I share. I know my place in the world. This is all the knowledge I need.
I guess you don't know people very well. They can turn anything into currency.
In the depths, everything and everyone belongs to the sea. All we have is shared by others, down to our bodies after we die. What you describe sounds like the way of the surface. It should not be happening here, and yet it does. That is curious indeed.
What can you tell me about Urkel?
Sir Urkel likes order and being left to his own devices. He is deeply dedicated to his duties, and not only Saras, but all of Avalon should be grateful for it. What lies within the Archive is both powerful and delicate. I believe Sir Urkel is the only one who can keep it safe.
You seem to admire Urkel.
I do. I would not be here otherwise. He is the Lord's chosen. That alone proves he is worth following. Sir Urkel is unwavering in his service to him. Not once in hundreds of years has he strayed from his post. It is something I both respect and understand.
You said the knowledge in the archives is powerful and delicate. How so?
That is not something I can put into words. You need to experience it yourself. If you're allowed entry, of course.
You know how the archives came to be?
Sir Urkol once told me they were our Lord's answer to his desire to make peace with his new reality. He wandered Sadas aimlessly, distraught, afraid he was losing himself and all he knew. The Lord of the Depths inspired him to create a place to store his memories. And that place grew until it became what it is now.
How did you end up guarding the archives?
I believe it has always been my purpose, from the day I was hatched. My peers in the Ulcerate called me a stickler. I like order, and I do not bore easily. The moment I heard of the archive, I was drawn to it. But not for what it could give me, but for what I could give to it.
Alright, let's leave her to her own devices for now, because there is one more quest that I'd like to get done before... Well, I guess there's two, technically. We still gotta do the last part of the Wandering Miracle, so... better to get that done as soon as possible while we're around, and then we can go and deal with that other quest, and then we should be good. We're almost done, after all. Keyword almost, but still. Okay. Hello. Okay, nearly dropped off, but we thankfully got it. And all we gotta do is just return to Vosk over here to get that done. And then we're good there. But let's go up here first to complete the Wandering Miracle part. Well, no, not the Wandering Miracle part, the other quest. Because there is assuredly more to that area. Let's actually check to see what's going on over here. Because I do believe that, oh, what's going on here? Hello.
Commander, we meet again.
Hello. No need to torment these guys. I am curious about the house here, so let's go see this guy. See what ultimately happened to the guy, if anything. Yeah, no, he's still alive. Hey, bud.
I'll be right here. Wait.
I hope the turtle's gonna be alright. He doesn't deserve a fate worse than death. Let's go see Vandu, let him know that I've got the steam for him. Getting a lot of shell fragments, at least. That's interesting. Alright. right. Hello there, my good man.
My friend, it's nice to see you again.
I brought you the essence of the scalding steam.
Oh, perfect. This will make a wonderful power source for my machine. If I'm right, I'll soon find out what lies beyond the sky of roots. Isn't that exciting?
Wait, you're trying to escape? I thought you served the Lord of the Depths and were meant to watch over the observatory.
Escape? Not at all. This is my calling. It's the Lord of the Depths who calls me to him. And I'm merely answering. Would he have given me this desire to reach the great deep if I weren't meant to follow it? It's my purpose. My destiny. That's why I built this machine. And thanks to you, I now have the final piece to set it in motion.
Vandu, this doesn't look safe. I still think you're trying to run away from something.
Maybe I am. And what's wrong with that? Have you seen this place? Have you been to the Ulcerate? It's cruel. Nothing but struggle, death, and a pointless chase after knowledge we'll never truly grasp. And do you know why? Because we're damned deep dwellers, that's why. Our minds will never comprehend the great deep, let alone all knowledge. That's why I want to leave. To experience something more than this wretched, suffocating world.
You said you had a sister. You'd leave her alone here? In this cruel world?
Waste. I never really thought about how she'd take it. She always supported my work. Or at least, I thought so. Since she kept bringing me materials. But then she stopped coming. I assumed she was busy. But maybe she didn't want me to finish the invention.
Maybe she wants you to stay, maybe not. In the end, what matters is what you want.
And I want to leave. Yes, this is the right choice. Thank you for speaking with me, Toplander. It gave me a lot to think about, and reassured me that I'm making the right decision. Here, take the design I promised you for bringing me the essence. Who knows? Maybe we'll meet again someday. Perhaps even on the shores of the surface.
Mayhaps, mayhaps. A harpoon sling, we get a increase of range boost. But I have a feeling that we should probably tell Waste about this as well. Just so they can discuss it together. Well, assuming we can tell her in the first place. I don't think we can, but...
Good to see you.
Who knows? No, I can't.
Only...
Ah, well. We've done our effective best.
Until...
I figure telling her would have been a good option, but... yeah, can't be helped. It feels like one of those things like, hey, maybe you could mention it to her if you're, against it. But I mean, hey. It's his decision in the end, and I think either way he would have probably just done it because he could have. Let's aim to head back over to here real quick, because we do have to deal with the red floatling flesh. Yeah, we just gotta keep moving, that's all. And once we're done with this, we can basically continue on with our journey. One thing I do think I need to do is reduce the cooldown of our dashes. If I can do that, that'll make us move a little faster, I think. Either that or increase the length of our dashes somehow.
Oh, hello again. I'm keeping watch.
About the red floatlings.
Oh, what about them? Have you caught any?
Yeah, I caught some for you.
Really? So they do exist. Here, I prepared a reward for you. Take it quickly before I forget. Now, I guess I'll just eat them. Maybe don't look.
Right.
And I feel exactly the same. Can you tell me something about the surface? Anything, really?
We live under a clear blue sky. It's bright because the sun shines on everything.
Oh, that sounds nice. And, that's enough information for me. I had a feeling Josephus's tale was nonsense. Those poor floatlings, they weren't even tasty. And I'm still a failure.
You should stop comparing yourself to others. Live your own life.
Well, I'd like to. Your approach sounds so freeing. But it won't stop others from judging me for my deficiencies. I don't want to feel like an outcast all my life.
Perhaps you should try leaving Saurus. Wander the world. Find your own place.
Is that what you're doing?
More or less.
And maybe it doesn't sound so bad. Certainly better than beating myself up over something that may never change. I'll think on it, and on how to make it happen. In the meantime, there's one more tale I'd like to share. I know the last one proved useless, but you still might want to hear this. Josephus also spoke of a golden floatling, supposedly as old as Saras itself. I don't know what it does, only that it's said to exist, although, personally, I doubt it. Anyway, thank you, Toplander, for listening and trying to help. You've given me a lot to think about.
A golden floatling?
Still grateful. Well, most reef bat, they want to collect, and
Okay. Is there nothing you like to do?
I like wandering around Sarah. I suppose I'd like to see I want to enjoy.
There's nothing wrong with leaving quiet life.
On the surface, perhaps. Here, only the lowest. No one demands ambition from a. You're expected to bring. The fact that I'm Sir Apps, I liked Sir.
I'm just skipping through this.
Well, he said it was because. I wonder if he has any. May the.
So, a golden floatling, apparently. Huh, interesting. I mean, if the red floatlings exist, then why not the golden floatlings? Well, it seems like I got a whole bunch of messages. One momento. Alright. Well, I'm done investigating. Let's go, get out. Let's continue on with our journey. But, if there is a golden floatling around, that might be worth considering to hunt. Quest, one against the tide. I should probably return that before I forget. Let's go do that real quick. More and more tasks that keep piling up. Now, I do believe we did pick up a shell that will make it a little easier to traverse here, so let's use it. Asp's old journal gives us the Abyssal Air Crown and Curious. Receiving damage makes your next attack done within 2 seconds against the last attacker always be a crit hit. No, wait. Receiving damage makes your next attack done within 2 seconds against the last attacker to always be a crit. Okay. Abyssal Air Crown. Randomly choose a random nearby enemy as your prey every 30 seconds. Killing your prey restores 100% of your stamina and mana, after which randomly chooses another prey. And a Twin-Tide Spear. Increases damage by 30% when another spear is equipped. Cool. I'm not a fan of the Abyssal Air stuff. Alright, now before we do continue, I do want to use a certain something that we've collected. Where is it? It should be like a conch shell or something? Or is it a consumable? Here it is. Now let's see how they handle me. I don't think they're going to be as aggressive to me as they originally were. Okay. Okay, so they sort of just ignore me when I play the conch shell. Interesting. Okay, so the conch shell does work. You just have to use it every now and again just to prevent the enemies from targeting you. Which, you know, makes sense, to be fair. If you're trying to avoid getting attacked, really. I just have to check something. Yeah, no, that's it. Okay, is that... There we go. Alright, let's go hand in the egg and let them know the situation. Besides, we had to keep things a secret after all, so better to take that guy out while we did. Pop this open. Good day, Brant.
Don't delay in bringing...
I have your egg. It wasn't easy to get it back.
Oh, my little egg! I've been so worried. The bad people didn't hurt you, did they? Where did you find it? Did you bring justice to the thieves?
It doesn't matter. I found it. That's what counts. It was in Saltjaw's workshop.
Ah, so it was Saltjaw. I should have known that scum was behind it. He's been pestering me for years, begging for an egg. Even ones with tadpoles that showed no promise. He's got it into his head that he'd be a father. Can you believe that? A scourge of the seas, a father. I didn't laugh in his face only because I despise him too much. But I'll admit he fooled me. I thought he was too stupid for such a bold theft, so I never even suspected him. Ah, well, at least the matter is settled and the egg is safe with me again. Here is the reward I promised.
Alright. He is a very, scornful man. I don't really like him, but I think in this instance, it is a fair justification for him to be angry. So, yeah. But we get the Stormcrow Oculus. For each enemy within 20 meters, you gain 10% physical damage. Heavy attacks have a 10% chance to stun the enemy. So if you're looking for a good spear, that might be to your interest. Not something we do necessarily need, though. Not an amazing tool, to say the least, but eh. We are unarmed, so what can I say, right? Our build is purely unarmed, so I can't really say much about the build that we got. We just do. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's just avoid these guys. And I did the wrong thing. Whoops. Good thing I have checkpoints just constantly loading, so that's fine. Could be worse. That was a poorly planned jump, but hey, that's fine. See you later. Weird fish. Ow. Okay, so I've come to realize poison does a lot of damage to me. I guess it does percentage damage, which is why it took so much out of me. That's my initial thought anyways on it. Oh well. Could be worse. And with that, aside from the other guy here, we've pretty much done everything. Hello.
You will not enter. You will... Toplander.
I've helped all the villagers who needed aid. I think I've proved myself.
Most of the villagers speak very highly of you. That is true. It is clear you have taken my words to heart. Yet, one of them has come to me accusing you of a crime against knowledge.
What now?
It is not an accusation to take lightly, Toplander. If proven, it warrants exile from our community. You are accused of being deliberately misleading when sharing your knowledge.
Who is accusing me?
That I cannot tell you. I am sworn to secrecy. I do not know your character well, Toplander. You might be prone to anger, thirsty for revenge. I would rather avoid senseless bloodshed.
Very well. Does this mean you will not let me into the archives?
No, not unless you prove your innocence.
Alright. How can I prove my innocence?
There is only one way to clear your name beyond any doubt. You need to stand before the barnacles speaking of lies. They will judge whether the accusation has merit, and their word cannot be contested. But beware, Toplander. Those whom the barnacles judge liars meet a tragic end.
Fine. I'll prove my innocence and come back here.
Good. I will await your return, Toplander. That is, if you make it back.
Alright. Let's go see what's going on here. Seems like we've got to go to that Pillar of Lies. I guess we'll go see how we fare against the trial. Shouldn't be too hard, all things considering. We've been very truthful as as it has been. And there is only one person I can think of that has pointed at me as a who likely mentioned it in the first place.
A Toplander approaches.
2 of them, even.
A big one, hidden inside a smaller one. How odd. How unusual.
Have you come for judgment, Toplanders?
Give us all your lies. And all your truths.
We can tell which is which, though you may not like what we say.
What are you?
We are the barnacles, speaking of lies. We know all the lies, the small ones.
I didn't have time. Of course I remember. No, I don't mind.
And the big ones. You're the only one that matters. Everything will be alright. It wasn't my fault.
How do you know I'm not alone?
Your steps are heavy, weighted, weary, old.
And you are full of lies.
Lies told to others, and many, oh so many, told to yourself. Too many lies for one small Toplander.
We have a piece of advice for you, big Toplander.
You can say them until your voice is hoarse, and the words taste like ashes of what they once were. Yet, they will never become truth.
I was accused of a crime against knowledge.
Oh, we know. We know.
Brought by none other than the shell named Hiss.
Ah, the shell named Envy.
The shell named Greed.
But an accusation is an accusation, and it must be considered. You told Hiss that you have a mission here. That you wish to seek knowledge.
He claims it was false. For why would you search for knowledge here, if all of it can be found on the surface?
Really? That's what this is all about.
Yes, sadly, 2 Toplanders have descended from the surface. One of them, even, of a certain repute among us.
And yet, this is what we are to pass judgment over. Disappointing.
We know.
Well, I never said I was seeking knowledge. He got the wrong idea.
So, he's told a lie to himself. How very surface-like of him.
But you never disabused him of it, did you?
Isn't that a lie of omission? A boring one, but terribly common.
True. On the other hand, I did find some knowledge, so that would make Hiss a liar. No?
No, that only makes him arrogant.
And a little bit foolish.
Oh, what a pickle.
Eons upon eons on the bottom of the sea, and yet never before have we felt like
our time was being wasted. One conversation was all that was needed, not us. We will pass no judgment on this. You may walk freely.
Thank you.
No need. Toplanders. No need.
This is not the end. Only an end.
What goes up must come down, after all.
You'd know something about that, wouldn't you, big Toplander?
You who bury your truths down, down, down. Pesky little things. If only they stayed where you put them.
But no, they crawl back up from their waterlogged graves, sink their claws into you, and try to drag you back down with them.
Perhaps you should let them. Have you thought of that? Maybe then you'd finally learn something. Leave us now, Toplanders. We are done with you.
Interesting. Although that's certainly an interesting way to converse with Arthur, because that implies that he is very much a large liar. Whether he likes to admit it or not, he lies to himself frequently.
You spoke to the barnacles and came back in one piece. That means you've proven your innocence beyond any doubt. I admit, I'm glad that's the case.
Actually, they could not render a judgment.
Thank you for your honesty, Toplander. The barnacles are the final jury in such matters.
Oh, 1 second.
If they cannot pass judgment, your knowledge lies beyond even their understanding. If anything, that only strengthens my decision that you are worthy of entry. You may go in. The door will remain open to you, and only you. It is an honor I grant with a glad heart.
Good. There's no reason to lie to her after all. This place is a place of truths. No reason to lie. Alrighty. Let's go in. To the archives. To deal with this whole situation.
No idle chit-chat. I know who you are, and I know what you wish me to do. But I cannot do it while the place I am bound to keep is sinking into chaos. All this is your doing, so let us skip the pleasantries. I have neither the time nor the wish for courtesy in these circumstances.
I assume you're Urkel, and you need me to do something before I can ask you to go to Josephus.
Your assumption is accurate. First you help me, then you may ask, and I shall judge the outcome of your actions. Then and only then will you have my answer.
What do you need me to do exactly?
I need the chaos you've brought here to finally settle. This is a matter of the highest importance. But before you begin restoring order, you must be ready to leave the world you know behind. You can't be distracted by unfinished business. You must enter my after images with a clear mind.
How am I supposed to restore order?
You will enter the after images. Within them, you'll make the changes needed to bring back the old order. Only then will I deem you worthy to continue your mission.
Just point the way and I'll be done.
I am pleased with your answer. The path to the after images is now open.
What are the after images you mentioned?
They are places tainted by chaos. Places that must be set back in order. Visions of the past, the present, and the future. What has already happened, what is happening now, and what was meant to happen. They were entrusted to me by the Lord of the Seas himself. Your arrival has changed the after images. They now show new things. Different things. The knowledge I had gathered through them has become useless. This is unacceptable.
Before we proceed, I have a few questions.
Ask them. I never refuse knowledge to those I have allowed into my presence.
Why are the residents of Tumbo not allowed to enter the archives?
That was not my decision. Although I know they think otherwise. I suspect it was Rueko's idea, to tell them that entry is granted only after gathering enough knowledge. I suppose she wished to spare her kin from certain death, while still urging them to grow. I am not capable of such multifaceted thinking for the sake of lesser creatures. I carry too much knowledge to trouble myself with worldly concerns.
I see.
May your mind remain ever pure and supple.
Very well. I guess we'll see how things pan out. Can't really access that, so... Well, can we? Can't go there. Can't go there, so I guess we go over there, don't we? Ow. What's this? I've often pondered the things that never came to be, the endless branches of our fates. The archive is a wondrous place. What I ask of it, it gives. What I do not, it gives well. I saw the three of us die countless deaths, each more gruesome than the last, awestruck at how they rippled in ways I could never predict. In each of those visions, the archive stood empty, towering over desolation, watching, always watching. There we go. Once a ship that sailed the veins of the world, until the Lord of the Seas claimed her as his heart. Her decks became sanctuaries, her hull a cathedral of tides. When the storm that birthed Saras first broke, the sea screamed for 3 nights and bled salt instead of water. Saras anchored herself in the mind of the Lord, drifting wherever his dreams carried her. When he wakes, the sea rises to greet him, and the crew hears its call in their bones. Lady Nimoy said, "Rest, my brave Captain Lear. Rest until the time comes to awaken and change the world." And then the apprentice rose against her master, carving her own path, creating a whole new realm. Okay. Okay, and with that, I guess we go down here. No reason to not, after all. Red Death took their bodies, but the weirdness took their souls. Now both linger, unwilling to let the Isle die or heal. Beneath the fog, the old knights still ride, shadows bound to oaths that outlived their masters. Their armor shines only in the light of dying stars. The Grail was never a cup, but a wound that would not close, and every pilgrim who seeks it only deepens the cut. Avalon bleeds where the weirdness touches the soil. I see visions of knights who are not the knights, yet they drag their names behind them like ghosts. All of human-made Avalon seems built on specters, myths, and corpses. Remember Sir Lancelot? He seemed a kind man with a loyal heart. And if the next one to bear his name is cruel and treacherous, what will that make him? A mockery. They will trample his bravery, spitting on it, dragging his silent corpse through the mud. King Arthur's Avalon offers nothing but continued decay. It will rot beneath its shiny veneer, and then it will crumble at a mere touch. Let's try hopping through here. No. What's this? Oh. How about here? Nope. Here? Nope. I'm just waiting for one of these to be like a Mario painting that you can just jump through. But no, I guess we have to go through here. Don't we? Yeah, as figured. Eh? Oh, okay. Okay, so my entire attire has changed, and I can't unequip my gear. Except doing that. Yeah. Well, we can do unarmed, it seems, so that's good. When the Lord of the Seas revealed that memory to me, I saw and felt everything they did. Determination, pain, uncertainty, despair, and hope. Although that last one was weakest. The only knowledge I lack is the thoughts that accompanied them as they carried out their plan to escape Avalon. The Lord of Seas has no access to those. Only... why? War still grinding on, no end in sight. Crew's tired of it. They keep talking about heading back to the homeland. I hear them, but I keep it to myself. Them lads want us to cut loose and make for home without orders. They say we're fighting someone else's battles. I'm not sure they're wrong. Our losses among our own this week. Nimue came aboard again. Young thing. Merlin's apprentice. Says she wants to help any way she can. The men don't trust her much, but they're too tired to care. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. A few officers came to me with a plan to slip away if things get worse. It'd mean turning our backs on the rest of our brothers still fighting. I told them I'd think on it, and that's all I could say. Thalas is ready to sail any time. If I give the word, we leave the war behind and betray every oath we ever swore. I haven't decided yet, but the choice is closing in fast. I agreed to speak with Nimue. Think she might come in handy. Heard she's a powerful Bandrui. I just hope the Lord of the Seas is on our side. So people that wanted to escape the war, basically. I do not blame them. War can be a scary and dangerous thing. And thank for the follow, by the way. I don't think I said that. Much appreciated. Go over here. Sarah stands in the harbor, proud and ready for the journey home. On her deck, the crew work discreetly, pretending it's just routine cleaning, while in truth preparing the ship for a swift escape. Arthur will soon learn of the rebels' plans. His decision will surprise everyone. The Lord of the Seas watches with curiosity.
Stand down, Captain. Turn back now, and perhaps Arthur will reconsider branding you a traitor.
I'm long past caring what he thinks. Besides, being called a traitor by our king almost feels like a badge of honor.
Insolent knave! Do you truly think Nimue will save you? She only kept her neck because she's Merlin's precious pupil. You are nothing.
Look, I've no quarrel with you, Sir Knight. I'd rather be far away from your lot. But alas, I need Nimue for that. So either get out of my way or say a prayer to the All-Mother.
Alright, time to go ham.
My shield is a fortress. My shield is a fortress.
You want to flee, Avalon?
Okay, so, yeah, we're gonna have to quickly...
I won't kill you. I want to see you hang right next to that traitorous bitch.
Okay.
Traitors don't get mercy.
Such a cheap shot.
Okay, so yeah, no, we do need to use the sword.
Avalon. Cowards. The lot of you. Traitors don't get mercy.
Well, there you go. Okay, so you are in need of the sword, it seems. Okay. So yeah, you basically take up a build. I guess technically we aren't the individual in this story. We are just sort of playing to the NPC, but kind of sucks that we have to use a different build for this particular moment. It does make the unarmed build kind of impossible, or at least the unarmed run that I was doing kind of impossible in this specific instance. But alas, sometimes you just can't help that. Shenanigans happen. But it seems like the story is already being told for us, so can't be helped. Aaliyah and his cannon, one and the same. Why did I not see this earlier? My thoughts are shrouded in fog. I feel chaos creeping in. Chaos. 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 So many voices. So many futures and pasts happening all at once. Silence.
Thank you for the rescue, Captain. I won't ask if you understand the consequences. I'm not as foolish as your peers would like to believe. Since you've already stained your hands with the blood of the Knights of the Round Table, does that mean you've made your choice?
Most of my peers were annihilated by those four-armed demons. At least the ones I give a damn about. Watching your quartermaster get ripped apart gives you perspective. A shitty bloody perspective, but a perspective nonetheless.
It does, doesn't it? As for me, I've known nothing else. I don't remember my parents. but I remember the first Four Dweller I ever saw. I may have been born here, but Avalon never felt like home to me. We have to face facts. This war is futile, and it's only costing us more lives. It's time we went home. Our true home. The one we so recklessly abandoned.
Recklessly, huh? Sometimes I forget your lot doesn't remember the Red Death. Doesn't even know it, really.
The Red Death...
Let me finish, before you say something stupid that makes me toss you back into that cell. I'm talking about perspective, the way I see it. Coming to Avalon, we traded one hell for another. But the one before, at least it was ours. Avalon isn't, and I doubt it ever will be.
Then you'll help us. You'll command the fleet again.
Aye, I will. Steering the ships back to the homelands won't be easy, but people say you're powerful enough to make it happen. I don't want to die in this wretched, miserable land, cursed by an enemy that will never stop hating us.
You won't, Captain. I swear it. I'll see to it we all live to see the shores of the homelands, whether for the first time, or once again.
You shouldn't promise things like that. Now I'll have to hold you to it. Still, you've got me. I'll do everything I can to make sure you deliver.
I see. So that's the story of the captain that's trying to break things free. Oh, hello. Casually equip our shield. Go down. Archivist. The new one. I've never seen them before. Then that leaves this area now. Let's see what this leads to. Oh, hello. Eldritch Liturgy Veil. A magic thing. Apart from the main Tumbo experiment, I'm running a side study on familial bonds. I learned the rule of two siblings and ask Asp to send me a pair hatched from the same egg. I fear he's growing suspicious of me, so I may have to rely on them reaching the village without intervention. Since the first pair, I've observed a wide range of behaviors. Codependency, dependency, animosity, envy, resentment, and more. I've also assigned roles with mixed results, making one sibling a warden. Knowing the other was a traitor. Produced a fascinating spectacle, though I truly had hoped it might prevent the massacre. It is odd. These creatures do not have families, as we know them, yet the bonds between siblings seem to mirror those on the surface. Curious. I wonder whether this affinity is inherent, or whether Nimue's influence infects them, for lack of a better term. Okay, blessing in a bottle. Oh, so we can now make those. Nice. The weirdness whispers about its wielders, but not its masters. What is the product of the fog? What is its origin? Perhaps all one can ever rely on is infinity. Or perhaps what we see on the surface is but a broken mirror of all things that could be or should be. We try to live in an unshaped world. Nimue is right. We are invaders. Parasites who broke a natural order we never cared to understand. The sanctuary thrives within the weirdness-wrought shell. What if that is Avalon's true order? What if, without the weirdness, it withers? Blood in the water doesn't splash or drip. It runs like red ribbons through the dark sea. The sanctuary did not simply rise. It was one. in name of Lady Nimue, who looked upon our deeds and wept. But the sea is as vast as it is uncaring. It does not stop to grieve, and neither could we. Thus, beneath the tangled roots, the sanctuary began to take shape. A new beginning, grown from the soil of countless ends. I don't think you can jump anywhere in here yet. So, yeah, let's go in. Boing. To a new area. And likely new powers in this position. Okay, so you're going to see a bit of casting magic, it seems. Nimue stands motionless, unsure whether the choice she makes is truly the right one. And she knows it too late to turn back. The war machine pushes forward, and she has committed herself to helping the rebels. And she also knows that neither King Arthur nor Merlin will retreat from the path they have chosen. She wants no part of it. I believe her stance leaves much to be desired. She fails to notice that her conflicted emotions paralyze her decision-making. Unacceptable. The Lord of the Seas warns me against forming judgments of my own. That may lead to the corruption of knowledge.
Merlin, where are you? Ugh, I swear if this is another one of your lessons...
If I had known who Nimue really is, I might have stayed on Avalon. Did that woman truly believe she was worthy enough to ask the Lord of the Seas to open a passage back to the homelands? It's good that we ended up here. Without Staris, I'd never have gained knowledge, and even Nimue turned out to be useful in the end.
Merlin, I don't have time for your games!
The Lord is displeased. The Lord is silent. The Lord does not look at my direction. My Lord... The Lord will not find his way in this accursed chaos. The voices fall silent. So what are we given? We're given the Spell Gorger. We're also given a few other things. Okay, so we're given Merlin's Thorn and Mother's Embrace. We're also given Mystic Ward and Skeleton Knight. And Scorching Pathway and Wand of Light Lingering Ash. But Thunder Lash appears to be the norm for us. Ow. Just jump over. There we go. Okay, yeah, no, not getting really lucky here. Okay, just casually slip through. There we go. Easy peasy. Just took some effort. More than I'd like to admit, of course.
That, my dear, was a threshold warden. Not so easy to defeat, wouldn't you say? They're beings created to maintain order between worlds. Even King Arthur himself once struggled to win a duel against one. I wanted to show you what you might face if you continue with your plan to leave Avalon. There's no telling how many of them may be waiting on the shores of the homelands.
And that foolish duel with an illusion was supposed to scare me. I've outgrown your games, Merlin. I'm no longer a little girl who needs to be tested with elaborate, impossible challenges. Even if creatures like the Threshold Wardens exist, I won't be facing them alone. I made up my mind. I'm sailing to the homelands.
Nimue, child. You're making a mistake.
Don't call me a child! I'm not making a mistake. I'm fixing yours. I know you thought you were doing the right thing by coming to this island, but the things you and Arthur do now are horrifying. You call it survival, but you're killing the very world you claim to save. You bend life and death to your will and call it wisdom. But all I see is madness, dressed as progress. Even if you somehow made Avalon habitable, you're building its foundations on piles of sacrificed bodies. And how exactly does that make us any different from the Four Dwellers? How could anyone live here, knowing what we know?
I know this war has been long. I'm not proud of everything we've done, but it was necessary for all survival. Yes, blood was spilled, but the land will absorb it, and will honor it by building something new. We're so close to victory. Arthur and I are working tirelessly on a solution that will give us an edge. You just need to trust us. Trust me.
Oh, the solution, of course. Your vile, immoral experiments you wanted me to take part in. You know my answer, Master Merlin. For me, the cost outweighs the gain. So let me say it again. You can imprison me, you can try to persuade or intimidate me. I still won't help you. These things you have planned won't bring us victory. They'll only rewrite the future into something far worse than you can imagine. They break the cycle of nature itself, and that break will be paid for by generations not yet born. So yes, my only solution is to go back home.
The homelands are not your home. For you, they're a fantasy so far removed from reality that you can't even comprehend it. Do you think people chose to leave everything they knew on a whim? The Red Death was killing us. We were drowning in blood, pus, and corpses. That's what you want to go back to?
How is that any different from what's happening here? I've watched people die to this senseless war, to the weirdness, since the day I was born. And plagues come and go. It's been years. How do you even know the Red Death is still there?
I see you won't listen to reason.
I could say the same about you. Stay and rot on this island if that's what you wish, but I'm done. You and your precious Arthur can do whatever you please. I want no part in it anymore. We're going home, and you won't stop us.
That's where you're wrong. Your rebellion ends here, Nimue. Perhaps sometime in a cell will cool your temper.
What? No, you can't!
I can, and I will. Trust me. This is for your own good.
Interesting. So we're starting to learn bits and pieces of the lore, significant bits and pieces, no less. Magic critical chance increases by 1 every second during combat. The effect resets on a critical hits. I see. Get our shield back on, because we had to use some magic there. Kind of surprised the archivists are doing so much against us. They are pretty strong, but not strong enough to take us out. Yeah. It is still technically brutal difficulty, I'm just making it look like easy difficulty, all things considering. So that's something worth noting. That leaves the last door. And a whole bunch more lore. Every society relies on its pillars. Individuals who fulfill some specific roles. Without them, a community cannot fully function, nor can it mature into a state capable of achieving its aims. I've long wondered what might happen if those pillars were reassigned to roles they seem ill-suited for. The traitor as a warden, the warden as curiosity seeker, and so on. In the first iteration, I will let Tumbo run as intended. The initial shuffle will occur after the massacre, as at the founding of the second Tumbo. Thereafter, every few cycles, it will revert to this default state as a reset. I will observe and record the outcomes. Nothing over here. Oh, hello. I died in the archive the moment I crossed its threshold. The last thing I saw was the countless eyes of an archivist, each one peering through me, seeing me, finding me unworthy. Perhaps I was too hasty in that life, too quick to seize my place. I will never know. There was no Tumbo, no thirst for knowledge. The Lord's children may left the ulcerate and turn feral, hungry, always so hungry. Soon after, another conflict began, and another, and another. What remained of the first crew fell one by one, until only Lear remained, sleeping in his eternal slumber, and Nimue, alone and forgotten in the endless dark. Oh. What about here? That was quick, if predictable. By making the traitor the warden, I placed him as close to the archive as possible, which only fixed his mind on breaking in. And since the warden of the archive is usually also the warden of all Tumbo, the village quickly succumbed to the first wayward scion of the depths. Bit of a waste, this one. Perhaps I should add a few more variables. I see, so experimentation has been going on like crazy. Oh, there's even more. Josephus died in the dark, lost in a maze of his own mind, tearing the organ to splinters. Might never return to the sanctuary, Creatures of the darkest depths claimed dominion over it. I saw myself hiding in the archive, though it was safe. The archivists were more than a match for the horde of mindless beasts. I even opened the doors to the depths of denizens of Tumbo, and they too fell to the archivists. I was alone in the endless dark, with infinite knowledge as my only company. The vision ended before I could look further. Even now, I wake from dreamers not dreams brought by it. A different world, where I am caught in the future not mine, forever lost in the currents of time. Ripple after ripple after ripple. Perhaps that is all we are in the end. Okay, so there is something here. I saw Asp fall in the Battle of Denizen to sea. But I was torn to shreds and feasted upon, as is the custom here. Afterward, we fought more fiercely and more violently with the greater terminations. Our place on the seabed was won. Ilstrid fell to Squall, who hated it with all his being, his mind returning to Asp's half-eaten corpse. And Lear. Lear deteriorated faster than ever, his slow crawl into insanity becoming a headlong plunge. One by one we fell to his blade, till he reached the seal. Nimue looked into his eyes with sorrow, and the sanctuary fell silent forever. The archive kept watching. After the previous iteration's disaster, I introduced a promised variable. Squall was struggling to adjust to our new reality, so I invited him to join the village, thinking a community might help. The residents were wary at first, but once they learned he served with the first crew, they nearly revered him. I appointed Squall as the warden, even let him see the archive, to show why no one must even try to enter. He asked why I couldn't be straightforward. The answer is simple. But entry, and people will try. Set them a goal, and they will focus on achieving it. The massacre struck during one of our meetings. He arrived too late to save the residents, and was inconsolable, even after killing the traitor. I told him it had been inevitable, and that another Tumbo would soon follow, so he needn't worry. He spat at my feet and left. I doubt we will meet again. Every society relies on its pillars, individuals who fulfill specific roles. Without them, a community cannot fully function, nor can it mature into a state capable of achieving its aims. I've long wondered what might happen if those pillars were reassigned to roles they seem ill-suited for. The traitor... okay. Okay. Yeah, no, basically read everything. There. Okay. So yeah, it talks about the downfalls of things. And then, of course, there's the main gates, which have even more lore behind them. Who am I now? Oh, I am Merlin this time. What does Merlin have to say and do here? Anything around here? No? Okay. Okay. I guess we need to go up and around here, hop down, and then here. The war goes on, and nothing suggests it will end anytime soon. Why does the Lord show me this? Has the war never ended? Impossible. It must have ended. My Lord, grant me knowledge. or I cannot bear this uncertainty. Ow. Okay, nothing here. Appears to be more around here. Oh, hello. I'm no coward. I simply have nothing left to give this land.
You gave it your life.
Every day looks the same. Mud, screaming, orders. The home will be hard too, but at least we'll rule it ourselves.
You would have died screaming if the Red Death had got you. This inn was merciful, believe me.
Avalon is cold and empty, and always asks for more blood. There's nothing left for me here.
It does keep asking for blood, doesn't it? Soon, very soon, it will finally be sated.
The king speaks of glorious victory, but no one believes this war will ever end. We just want to stop dying.
Fools! Do they truly think this is a game to us? That their deaths mean nothing? This war will end.
Sister, if Saris truly sets sail for the homelands, I'll find my way back home. Wherever that once was, I wish you would go with me.
I hope his sister turned out to be smarter than him.
There is a lot of information with these skeleton pyres.
It does keep asking for blood, doesn't it? Soon, very soon, it will finally be sated.
Arthur is not Arthur. Merlin will not be Merlin. Nimue is everything. Everything. Lord have mercy on me.
And yet, you gave it your life.
And I guess we hop down to here, don't we? Knowledge, 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 knowledge. I cannot bear these voices. Is it time to leave? I could not let it end.
Merlin, my scouts reported back about Lear and Nimue's rebellion. They're trying to sabotage the iron shipments from the Forlorn Swords. They say their demand is that Saris and the other ships be allowed to sail away from Avalon. Are they out of their minds? How can they be so oblivious to the dangers we left in the homelands? I held children dying of the Red Death in my arms. I watched them go stiff and cold. And then I myself carried them to the pious. The homelands are ruined, poisoned. A graveyard soaked in the blood of those we had to leave behind. And they want to go back and weaken our forces in the process.
My king, I agree. This is suicide. The homeland's not a place to return to. They're a tomb. And yet, Nimue, Lear, and the other rebels refuse to see reason.
On that we agree. I've had enough of ordering men to die. But if they choose to go, I'll let them. Let them choose their fate. Let them swim that sea for what it is. If they refuse to believe the danger, let them learn it on their own skin. I'm tired, Merlin. Tired of proving to everyone that we have no home to return to.
Nimue is young, full of dangerous hope. She can be guided, tempered. They can all be kept here and given purpose. There must be another way. A better way than simply letting them die for daring to hold their own opinions in the middle of a war.
Another way? How many more have we lost while we wait for another way? I know what drives them. I've also looked into faces hollowed by hunger, smoke, and fever. And I know what Nimue thinks of our efforts to keep Avalon safe for centuries to come. Yet if she can't see the reason behind all the sacrifices we made to make Avalon our home, if she cannot accept that war is never a clean affair, then perhaps it is best to let her die along with her idealistic views. If it costs me my peace, so be it. Give them Saras. Give them 2 more ships. Send them off. Let them find out for themselves.
You would send them to die just to prove there's no way back to the homelands?
No. I'd make an example of them. They cannot defy our decisions and fight us. The real enemy is in front of us, not among us. That said, I will not be the king who stole their last act of defiance. And if they die in the process, that's their choice.
My king, let me speak with her one more time.
Do as you wish. She's your responsibility. You know my mind. Give them ships. Burn the rest. I have a war to finish.
Interesting.
When Nimue and Captain Lear set sail for the homelands with the rebels, Merlin did the only thing he could to save them. Through a powerful spell, he sealed the entire fleet. Drawing on Nimue's magical potential as its source of power, flashes of light tore through the storm as the ships vanished beneath the raging sea, swallowed by the depths before anyone could understand what had happened. To the world, it looked like mass murder, a cruel punishment for desertion, but in truth, Merlin had saved them, allowing Saras to become its own kingdom, far from the weirdness and the dangers of Avalon.
Interesting. So Merlin, instead of killing them, basically just sent them to the bottom of the depths. They didn't actually do anything bad. They just redirected it. Although on one end, it certainly looks like Merlin did kill them. Going by what they did sinking the ship. Well, that's interesting, to say the least. We'll have to set up the bonfire to let figure more out.
You're back, child of the surface. I sensed you restoring order to the after images. The calm I feel now tells me that all is correct. Everything is back where it belongs. Thank you for intervening.
What were they? Memories? A war story?
A war story, you say? Fascinating. I had no idea they would show themselves to you that way. I have no access to the contents of an after-image once it has changed, so I cannot say what you are shown. I can sense the after-images as if they were parts of my own body. I know where it hurts, but not why, and I cannot heal myself.
Did you know what would happen to me in there? I could have died.
I trusted it wouldn't happen, and here you are, safe and sound before me. I didn't know exactly what cleaning up the after-images would entail. Never before had they been in such disarray. Therefore, I assumed the one whose arrival caused those changes would also be able to restore the old order.
Will you play the organ now, like Josephus asked?
Yes. I will honor Josephus's request. Now that the after-images are in order, I can leave my post. The melody of the organ will sound again, and Captain Lear will wake. I only hope you know what that entails.
Not really. It's time to return. And of course talk with Arthur, assuming we can get a conversation out of him. Because it does seem like the chance to talk with him faded, but I'm not 100% certain. I'm hoping it didn't. Because that would suck. No, it does. Okay. Hey, Arthur. These after images. The Merlin was the one who created Saurus.
That has been my suspicion from the moment we set foot here. This place hums with magic, but it isn't the weirdness. I only needed proof. I just didn't expect it to come through Merlin's own memories.
You knew the expedition to the homelands was doomed to failure, yet you ordered ships for them.
It seems I did, though I can't fully explain why. I'm still not entirely myself, but I can understand it. In wartime, showing mercy to deserters wasn't a luxury I could afford. The war was nearing its end, true, but we still couldn't risk losing a single sword. By letting some sail and sinking the rest, I prevented more from fleeing, and, in a way, proved that I respected my people's choices, no matter the cost.
And what of Merlin? It seemed he didn't quite follow your orders.
I told him to sink the ships, and he did. But he also saved Nimue and the rebels because he wished to. And if that act gave rise to this whole kingdom around us, well, perhaps it turned out for the best, for Saras and its people. Though I wonder what fate awaits them when we need to reclaim the fleet for Avalon. When that time comes, I trust you'll make the right choice.
The hell's going on here?
This one is glad that you might witness this epochal work. The folk of Tumbo departed into the bosom of the Lord of the Depths. and this one absorbed their knowledge. So much knowledge.
You killed all the folk of Tumbo? Why?
It was destiny, and destiny must not be denied. Had this one not carried out the slaughter, some other gatherer of knowledge would have done so. Only one who has amassed sufficiently great knowledge may attempt to seize it from others. This one was ready to submit to the trial.
For what you have done, I cannot allow you to live. I will avenge the folk of Tumbo.
This one expected that a hot-blooded Toplander might react thus. This one will gladly accept the Toplander's challenge and seize the Toplander's knowledge. After the Toplander, who has already visited the archive, is defeated, the path to infinite knowledge will be open for this one. Let us fight.
Well, damn. What a brutal end. God. The people of Tumbo and their hunger for knowledge. Do you ever imagine it would end like this?
Shell named Hiss never inspired my trust, but to suspect him of plotting the death of his own kind. No one could have foreseen that. I know Tumbo followed laws that we, as surface dwellers, could never fully understand. But mass murder in the name of knowledge? I don't think I ever want to understand the mind of that wretched creature. I only hope the people of Tumbo have found peace, and all the knowledge they desired, wherever they now believe themselves to be. Such a terrible loss.
Truly. I was not expecting the shell named Hiss to do that. But hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. Let's go see what distance and meaning is. Let's take a look at what he's done with his experiment. Hopefully nothing bad, but yeah. A woe for Tumbo, but yeah. I guess it just happens. This is Saris. This isn't the homeland we're familiar with. Life and death here is so fleeting. Believe it or not. Well, looking at it, seems like he left. At least it feels like he left. Who's to say whether it was a good or bad end? Who knows?
Good to see you. Ask what it... Take care.
Anything else I can see? Not really, so I guess we're just gonna head over to the Melody of Deep. Well, hey, if I ever do another run of this, I can just take out the shell named Hiss. Perhaps that is the situation that we need to overcome. But who knows? Maybe there is conditions that everybody in Tumbo may die from. Perhaps, perhaps not. I guess we'll end up seeing in the end. Or this place was just doomed to fall from the start. Everything is fragmented to such a degree.
Welcome. Make your...
Let's see what you got. Anything? Nope, just frailty and dousing arrows, which we don't need. I'll buy all those, though, because we can use those. Don't need the sharpening stones.
Fair.
There we go. Off we go. You know, before we do go, I do want to check one thing on Tumbo. As you probably saw, there was like a Temple to Saurus, but we never could access that. I'm going to check to see if I can access it now that I've cleared out the area to some extent. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. It's just worth checking, just to be sure. After all, we've got to collect as many points as we can, and that was a Temple to Saurus, so... better to check and make sure we get everything we can. After all, it doesn't seem like we get a lot of points from the Temple of Saurus. Oh, hello. Yeah, I do get it. Okay, cool. Let's see, what do we go with? %50 of damage from critical hits is dealt to nearby enemies. Let's see. Spells that deal damage in an area, increase damage, and rogue. Killing an enemy with frailty on them puts 50% of their stacks to a nearby enemy. Perfect. Anything else worth noting in here? I don't think there is. So, yeah. Yeah, so we just had to come back in here, get that Saurus points, and be on our way. There is one other place I do want to check. I should probably let the turtle know. Anything else I can think of? Not really. That is really all the other things I want to deal with. The turtle is the last thing on our list, really. Ah, well. And even then, I might not be able to get the dialogue to inform him. But, yeah. I do hope there is a small dialogue that you can let the turtle know. Assuming the turtle even managed to, survive.
I'll be right.
Oh dear. Well, I guess the poor turtle is gonna be starving. Because Hiss is, yeah, basically been a, shell named Hiss has basically been killed, so the turtle will soon follow after. Assuming he doesn't find his own food to eat, but I guess that just comes to the survival of the fittest at that point, right? If he manages to live through it, then so be it. If not, well, that's just how the cookie crumbles, if you will. Here we go. And let's go see what's going on here. I just need to check 1 second. Alrighty. So I'm probably going to wrap it up once we get to playing the organs, but that's about it. I at very least want to do that much, I'm thinking.
What is it you seek, I prefer for us to begin our performance soon. The longer you linger in Saras, the stronger your presence disturbs my archive, and they will start to react to it.
You know what awaits me next?
Of course I do. I am the keeper of the archive for a reason. But it's something I could tell you even without that knowledge, because I know the one you are about to face. You will meet Captain Lear, and if fortune favors you, perhaps even Lady Nimue. Although I wouldn't count on that. Their fates are bound together. If you disturb that balance, things will change. And you already know how I feel about change.
Many in Tharas are waiting for change.
Because their minds never reach beyond Saras itself. Mine does. It spans the entire depths. To me, Saras is simply a harbor. A quiet place from which I may fulfill my duties. So I'm not keen on change. Although I sense that change has already begun. And I suspect it will be you who decides how far it goes.
I see. What should I know about Captain Lear?
He's an exceptional warrior, and fiercely protective of Lady Nimue. I know you've seen much already, but the captain, well, he's something else entirely. Lady Nimue made him fall asleep when his mind began to drift into dangerous waters, and the power he held threatened all life in Saras. And now you mean to wake him up? If he refuses to let you pass, and I expect he will, you'd best be prepared for a fight. Perhaps the hardest one you'll ever face.
Perhaps. What will happen to Tharas when I'm gone?
What should happen? It will remain in one form or another. Down here, life adapts far better than it ever could on the surface. Whatever comes, its people will endure. So, I suggest you waste no more time. Go to Lear and Nimue. No matter what you decide, the change has already begun. I only wish to return to my work. Let us begin the performance, shall we?
You know the people of Tumbo were wiped out by Hiss, don't you?
It's not the first purge the village beneath my archive has endured. By my count, this was the 14th Tumbo I've known. In the end, there is always someone who, in their pursuit of knowledge, concludes that the only way to obtain it is to slaughter those who possess it. A false assumption, of course, yet one that repeats itself unfailingly. I don't trouble myself over it. In time, Tumbo will be repopulated by those drawn here by the knowledge stored within my archive. What happens to Tumbo surprises no one. All who choose to live there know the risks. I'd like to begin, finish, and then return to my duties.
I see. Let's see what the other one has to say, if anything.
Ready to get this over with? You wouldn't believe the bloody carnage a few scions can wreak if they're left unattended.
Where did you guys learn to play the organ? You don't strike me as the musical type.
Why, excuse you. I used to be the best musician among sailors and the best sailor among musicians. I've always had a knack for instruments. I even knew how to play the harp. I like to think it was because my mother went off with some bard. Not that she ever told me. All I ever heard about my father was that he was good for nothing, so he may as well have been a bard.
Oh. I saw memories of Nimue and Leah. Why did you decide to go with them?
I went where Leah went. I was sworn to him. Although, I suppose he would have let me go if I'd asked. I didn't. Truth is, I wanted to sail the homeland seas again. Go back to that vastness. On Avalon, we had to hug the shore. I missed being alone with the sea.
Aren't you afraid of what will happen to Saurus?
Live as long as I have, and there's not much left to fear. I survived my ship going down. Twice. I'll survive whatever you end up unleashing. Or not. The future will happen the way it wants, no matter what you plan.
Anything else I should know about Leah?
Oh, he's a big, vicious bastard who hates having his time wasted. You can count on one hand the folk who don't annoy him on sight, so prepare for the worst. He fights to kill, and he fights dirty. Do what you must to stay alive. That's all I've got for you. Come on, don't keep us waiting.
Alright. Got anything to say, Kristen? Nope. Okay, fair enough.
Welcome, child of the surface. Everyone is ready to play. Thanks to you. But tell me, are you ready? From where you're headed, there is no return. You will go back to the surface. And we will face the consequences of what is decided in Lady Nimue's chamber.
What will happen now?
The melody of the organ will resonate through all of Saras, carrying the promise of change. Its sound will awaken our captain, Lear, the one charged with Lady Nimue's protection, the one who calls to you, and to him, within you.
You knew I wasn't alone.
Of course, child of the surface. I knew it was you. And you, King Arthur. You who, believing you doomed us, became the reason this realm was born. You who granted us both the grace and the curse of eternal life. All of this is your doing, Arthur.
You think Nimue was calling to King Arthur?
I would not presume to guess at Lady Nimue's intentions, but I believe you will find the answers you seek, if you are willing to ask them yourself. This is why I gathered the remaining organists.
Was that gratitude or an insult? It's hard to tell.
You will learn in time. Perhaps we'll meet again. And when we do, I'll have your answer. But that depends on the choice you make in Lady Nimue's chamber.
Anything I should know before I meet Captain Lear?
I can't tell you more than what you'll learn from Apps and Ercol. I served under him when he was still in his prime, but I wasn't there for his downfall. All I know is that little remains of the Captain Lear I once knew. Nothing human, at least. One way or another, you'll have to face him. It's the only path to Lady Nimue's chamber.
I see. I need some more time to prepare.
Very well. Saras is eternal. Time is not our enemy. When you're ready, return to me and say the word.
Alright. So it's very clear that if we do this, Saras may or may not cease to exist, at least going by the context clues. So if we do anything beyond that, we're probably going to be in a situation where, oh yeah, this will probably be the last time we can be in Saras, so... Head of the Sign of the Depths gives us increased critical damage for by 2 points for every level we give it. But other than that, it doesn't seem to be all that great. Let's see. Anything we want to upgrade? The pants are really the only good upgrade, so we'll just upgrade that. And I guess I can invest an upgrade into the cape here. Don't really need to upgrade the penitent cloak. But I can upgrade the Blackwater cloak here. There we go. And I'm going to leave it at that. We've managed to make... We've made a lot of progress in this place, the Saurus area. But I don't think there's any more temples. But you know what I'm going to do? I am going to wrap it up here. And before we even consider ending this, we're probably going to do a good thing of basically opening up a map genie and just investigating the ever-living hell out of this place. Just to get as many altars before we end things off. But I digress. I am going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.